Hey guys, it's Ryan Longhorn here, and today we are back with another Satisfactory episode. This is episode 6, I believe, and I'm going to start off today's episode by crafting some rotors. I can make one, it looks like right now, but I'll need more screws. All they are is screws and rods. There's 2 rotors right there, and it takes 4 rotors to make the assembler and 8 plates. So I'm going to get the resources for that and try not to disassemble anything while I'm in the process. Okay guys, I have the resources. This is the progress that we made in the last episode on the steel plate, the hardened steel plate production line here, and I think with this edition here of the assembler, it will just about finish it off. Okay, there is the plates, there's the screws, and we are good to go. Now we just need to power everything, and I'll hook up this output here to the box down below. If I just run it down that way, and the box is just straight off over here, so I should just be able to run it like right there and down there and around. So that is the steel plate, and again, this right now is only temporary. I will add more in the future and make this better, more efficient, and as more things require these hardened steel plates, then we will expand the production line as such. But for right now, for our current needs, that should be about enough. Now I need to get some power lines running over here and get this thing all powered up. Okay guys, now everything should be up and running. These drills, yep, they're already producing iron ore, and it's slowly making its way up this conveyor belt, and it'll feed its way through. So here is a time lapse of the ore doing so. Okay guys, that's the end of the time lapse, because as you may or may not have just heard, our power shut down. I believe we are out of power. You can see everything starting to pile up. I figured that would happen just because of the fact that we added all of this, but didn't add any new, or didn't activate any new plants. I was up there and I probably should have been for the whole time lapse, so I'm sorry about the bit that got cut off. But hopefully that gave you a better view, and this thing is producing the solid biofuel as always. Yeah, it looks like we just overloaded the power network, which I expected. As more things kicked on, yeah. There we go guys. I don't think there's been a plate produced yet, but the ingredients are definitely getting fed in, and it was definitely producing one because the light is green. So there's 4 screws and 4 plates. Looks like actually 8 screws and 4 plates, which should maybe be about right. And there is the very first plate produced out of the system. I was just thinking as well, I apologize if this episode is a little bit short, because this has had a lot of cuts and a lot of running back and forth, so far at least, and not sure if it'll be the same in the future or not. But there is plates being produced, and it'll be nice to have at least a steady trickle of them flowing in. And this is really the first large scale production line that we've had to set up. I'm just curious, what is it slowing down with the most? Because I thought it required at least 50-50. Takes 6 plates and 12 screws, so that's actually good because we're producing double the amount of screws to the amount of plates. So see, we have 4 plates coming in there, and this thing is producing screws a lot faster. So that is very good. I think this is running actually at about maximum efficiency we can get for these just 2 impure deposits here. So I'm actually very happy with that. And now we will, as I said, get a nice steady trickle of hardened steel plate, and that'll save me at least a little bit more time when I have to craft. We already have a whopping 1 in this container, but there's more on the way. Okay guys, I just picked up a load of concrete from that top box, and we also have plenty in the bottom box as well. The reason I did this is because I was kind of wondering, what do we do now? I mean, we have production set up, and I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and start the factory. So, figuring we just start it from that level right here, just like that, and we'll just take it over the top. It should be one of the highest things out there, and if we run into a little land over, say, that way, it'll be fine. The only thing is the space of elevator is going to be the only thing we even run into, but again, it can be moved, or we can move it up to the same level as well, so that's not that big of an issue. And just as a quick side note, if you have not seen the last episode, it was a very successful and eventful one, and I would recommend checking it out. But there is the start of our factory, but I'm not going to do all this from down below. I'm going to head up top because it's going to make my life a lot easier when I can place things from above. Also, this dude here is back. He seems to want to have a go at me. Oh shoot, there's 2 of them. Okay. I was going to say, it looks like I maybe lost one of them. There we go. Oh yeah. I am completely full of concrete, so I'll have to come back in a minute and pick that up, but we got him. Guys, I think I'm just going to make this a time lapse, but this is going to take a long while, but it'll be fairly relaxed. I'll try and put some music onto it. I'm just going to go till I run out of concrete. Okay guys, I am finished. I ran completely out of concrete. I have 5 left. Not even enough to build another platform, but I managed to make that. So a platform that extends all the way over the iron over there, goes down under the hub and under all the generators we have down there. Should cover a good chunk of the area. I tried to go down there by the iron. The space elevator was kind of in the way, but that's okay. Ended up running out of blocks right around there, or running out of concrete right around there, and decided to be done. So I just wanted to show you real quick, as I precariously stand on the edge, that this thing does line up. You can see, like, from here down, there's nothing. In the future, I plan to build out that way anyway, and I plan to build over there, where I have the steel plate production set up right now. Anyway, I'll build out towards the iron more, maybe even move the space elevator up on top of the platforms as opposed to being down below. But that's going to take a lot more concrete, because our 2,000 concrete made it that far. If I even have enough concrete to build a lookout tower, okay, it doesn't take any concrete, I'll show you just how big, or not big, I guess, of an area it made. It just made an area that big. I don't plan to expand anymore in that direction, because then we start to run into the ground. I also don't plan to expand anymore in that direction, because I, again, ran into the ground. There's the other pig dude who's trying to attack me earlier. Might go finish him off here soon, but as you can see, I tried to place in some blocks there, but ran out of concrete, so that's as far as I made it. Not bad. It's definitely a good start, and shows you kind of where I want to go. I want to go out that way, out over there, places where that is not going to be a problem, and this fall is also going to be a problem, speaking of problems. But I'm going to now pick a fight with this dude here. Apparently, if you jump on top of those dudes, as you might have just seen, they get very disoriented. I kind of snuck up on him and hopped on top of him, and that did him in. But this is what the platform looks like from the underside. Basically, it's a huge awning. Get some shade under here, I guess. But that guy should fly. He'll gain some altitude and should fly above it, or he'll just turn. Yeah, there you go. He just flew up. But I have 2 more shells now, and we're also doing pretty good over here on power and stuff. That really does block out the sun, doesn't it? And I have my light on, which apparently you actually turn on and off with B. But it helps, because it takes away some of the darkness of the platforms. But this area is still plenty in the sunlight, and as I was making those walls, I'd like to check on how many plates we got. We got 57 reinforced iron plate. I keep calling them hardened steel plate. I have no clue why. We're not into steel production yet. 58 now reinforced iron plate. That's not bad. That should, unless we choose to build up some crazy stuff, that should do us for a while. Really quickly, I'd like to check on and see if we can complete any more of these hub upgrades or tiers today. Jump pads. They take the rotors though. Resource sink. We could do that. We definitely have the resources to do that. Sure. Let's go ahead and go. So I'm going to go gather this real quick. Also guys, while I'm doing this, I'm just curious, how do you like the new intro? Because somebody had left a comment a couple episodes back with a suggestion, I guess, saying that they got very confused because I was running a Minecraft intro but playing Satisfactory, and that makes total sense, first of all, and I appreciate them leaving the comment, because that definitely helps. So I decided to quickly look into some ways to create an intro, and this is not, I like it. It's very simple, which is fine by me, and it's not over excessive, but it's just a different type of intro. I don't know, I'm just curious what you guys think about it, so please let me know. Okay guys, I have all the resources. There's 200 plate, 200 rod, 400 concrete, and 500 wire. And there we go. Let's watch it take off into,
You've been given early access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on exoplanets bonus program. Funneling parts into the awesome resource sink, depending on their amount and complexity, will grant you coupons in the awesome store, which can be exchanged for bonus rewards. Examples of bonus content are parts, walls, factory attachments, and cosmetics. Fix-It is working hard to develop additional options, which will be added to the awesome store in the future. Go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
Okay, there you are. That's more information right there. I was just watching the dude glitch through the through that roof there. I wasn't sure how he would do, but we now have access to the awesome sink and awesome shop. Basically, we can just put resources into that, and it'll generate these coupons that we can actually use to buy stuff at the awesome shop, just as a way to get bonus items and also some more blueprints that you can't unlock through this. We'll be getting into that eventually. I don't plan to right at this moment. It also looks as if we have run out of iron in at least one of these. This still has 500 in it, but that does not have any. So, what I think I'll do then is I think I'll turn this around actually. I won't even put that into the box right here. I'll leave that dismantled, but I will grab it from here, from this top box here, or from the bottom box here, I think, and I'll split it here with 7, and I'm gonna pile it up a ways and also face it in the right direction and connect that in. One end will go into this box here, and the other end will go straight down into that constructor there. So that's that, and I'll have to set up a vertical conveyor belt for this one. And I'm actually going to have to do this a very unique way. I'm going to have to wrap this around a little bit, kind of like that, and take it into there, kind of like that. Now that will be fed iron and continue to construct stuff. And again, this is all temporary. Eventually we'll move it up onto our future factory upstairs. It'll look a lot neater, as I've said before. But we appear, I'm guessing, to have run out of fuel. Yes, we lost a one of the biomass burners ran out, and then it couldn't handle the load. So this one seems to be the one that ran out. That one had 7 left. That one didn't have any. That one had 12 left. And that one had 12 left. But now everything's back up and running. And it shut right back down. It appears that we have overloaded it, which kind of makes sense actually, because all this stuff over here wasn't running before because it was overfilled, but now that there's actually a demand, it is. Speaking of which, I'm also going to turn this thing off because we again have ran out. Okay, there we go. We now should be well within power requirements. But now we only have 1 biomass burner left until we have to add some more. But I will say that production line over there took a lot of power. So, but I'm just curious, where is the next iron deposit? Because iron seems to be the only thing we suffer with at the moment. Okay, so it's all of those deposits over that way, basically. Now that the ship is back, I'm going to go ahead and grab the plates required for the next requirement, for the next thing, and grab the concrete as well. Also, just as a side note, we are running a little bit low on this stuff, partially due to the fact that we didn't have a new iron supply coming in before, but we do now. So that box will also fill up, and I might also route the output of this one back around as well to meet up with some others, just to speed up the process a little bit. I think I'll put it, yeah, I'll put the output conveyor, it's gonna run right on top of that, and then it will merge right there. Okay guys, that has to be the ugliest conveyor belt setup I've ever set up, but here's the jumble. That is the conveyor belts. Just trying to empty this top box here to maybe help with the supply of iron that's incoming, because both of these boxes, like this box here, is completely full, and it's filling and draining at an equal rate. So, but I might just disconnect this here and just have it the iron or the steel plate, iron plate, run completely off the stored, and then the rod run completely off the fresh. Basically, we'll probably have to fiddle around with this some more in the future, but trying to get it working again now while I think of a better solution. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I can't seem to speak today. Keep getting my words all messed up, but I apologize for that. Hope you enjoyed this episode. It doesn't seem like we got a lot done on the surface. I mean, we got that up and running and built this, but it was a lot of time. I truly think we did get a lot done. Thanks again for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Also, as a seeming tradition, as I stare up at the now blurry looking platform above us, I will save here.